Hey, excited, big game. Um, and as the title says, it should simply just be another team in our way, another team that's a hurdle along the journey that we have this season. What's up, Mercy? Welcome. So let's treat it as such. Let's welcome them to Anfield. It's at Anfield, right? And I think the game and the league is away to them. But yeah, let's welcome them to Anfield and really just handle our business. If anybody's been watching Chelsea this season, they haven't looked amazing. I think their record right now um, is a bit of a it's a bit flattering. I think for them. But you play who's before you, and it's about results, especially early in the season like this after a World Cup campaign. They've remained unbeaten, and that's good. We were used to Chelsea having not so great seasons to their standards, and the standards that they've had since they've had the Russian in place, and then the next season bringing in a new manager and winning the league. That comes to an end this season. I think even some of their fans are probably surprised at how well they've been doing. Not well they've been doing, but the results they've been getting, and still being undefeated. So, Mame, what's up, man? Who else we got in here? Just Mercy, Mame, cool. They let Carter score past them. Yeah, and not even just that. I mean, they didn't look great against Newcastle, and all due respect to Newcastle, but I mean they're not really handling teams the way they should. But again, they're getting the results, so that would be silly for me to talk about in that fashion, really. But I want to talk about this sorry ball. I refuse to call him by his actual last name. How on earth does a racist, homophobic, chain smoking, I am too, chain smoking, mafia don get a style of football named after him when it's basically tiki taka? There's nothing special about that. And he's talking about how he's not going to change his tactics. They're not your tactics, they're not your style. There's a style universal of football called tiki taka. That's what you play. So cool, play your style, and we'll see what happens when you come against Liverpool. So he's been playing kind of these mind games, I think, in the press, talking about, they're a year away from Liverpool. Maybe he really believes that. I don't know if he does or not. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. I don't know Chelsea's lineup. If they don't go full strength, they will suffer. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, if you listen to Chelsea fans, and this is also pitiful. How can you win a game in Europe and blame that for not looking good against West Ham? How can you say, oh, we played our full strength against a team from Greece, and you're telling me that took everything out of you to beat West Ham? And see, so that's the mentality already that supporters have for that club. To me, it doesn't matter who they play, but I don't know if they'll do full strength like they did in like they did in the Europa League. But I don't know. I don't know. It all really depends on what this manager sees fit for them. Is he taking this competition serious, or is he focused mainly on the league, trying to get to the Champions League through Europa in case something doesn't go well for them in the league? So we'll see. This passing game, turning the ball around for minutes, can't work against Liverpool. Um, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if he wants to continue with that style, because it's probably the only style he really knows, let's be honest, then please do it. Please do it. More power to you. Um, so they want to build up from the back and try to, make a billion passes just to get one shot on goal. Wonderful, wonderful. I would love that. I would love that. Back to the Reds, though. I want to talk about something that I heard in the Anfield Rap, which is really, really key, and something I also noticed while I watched the game as well. And that's, so many guys in this team. We already talked about the leaders and the captains we have, but so many guys in this team hold everyone else accountable. It's not just Virgil van Dijk. You got Robertson out there yelling at people. Henderson, of course. Um, Milner. You got even Robbo out there talking to people. Firmino. So you can see in this team slowly but surely that guys are just they're at a different level. Not only skill wise, but mentally. They're at a different level where it's like the smallest mistakes, they're letting people hear about it. And we talked so long about our team not having any people that communicate, not holding people accountable. We miss an assignment, we miss a clearance on a ball, and guys are just looking around. No one's saying, yo, you got to get back here, or get that spot, or do better here. You're seeing that every single game with Liverpool, and that's really, really big. Jason, y'all seen that Pogba Jose video circulating this afternoon? No, I haven't seen it. We can easily win this, says Rex. I agree with that. Welcome to the channel. I'm not sure if I've seen you around. Mercy, that Wilson go though. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. I'll talk about it now. Isn't it nice to just see United struggling, and also to see Harry Wilson, of course, get a goal. It's Frank Lampard, one of Marino's old faithful servants, if you will. So a lot of nice storylines there. But yeah, it's nice to see one of the bigger teams get knocked out. Hopefully, City will follow suit at some point. But yeah, no, big win for Derby, and it's great to just see. It used to be Arsenal, but it looks like United now are kind of the banter FC, if you will. So, Lovren could see some time, according to Klopp in the press, and we also obviously are going to see Mignolet. But we could see Lovren. We could see Lovren and maybe Matip. I'm not sure. But that'll be interesting. But I love what Klopp said about being in it to win it, and he always makes it clear to say, that's why we show up. That's why we suit up. That's why we're here to win a game, to play our best football. Messi never scored a goal as good as that. Sure. I don't know. I'm not huge on Messi anyway. So, um, but yeah, it's game day, guys. I don't have a whole lot to say. Just wanted to come and say a few things about what I've been reading here and there about this Chelsea manager. I refuse to say his name, and I refuse to refer to the style he plays with his name in front of sorry, or with his name sorry in front of ball. So, but yeah, I wanted to talk about just how important I think it is to see the guys really, really um, not allowing each other, the man beside you, to settle for less. I think everyone knows how good this team is within that team, and they want to see that every single opportunity we have, whether it's midweek games, weekend, Champions League, Premier League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, whatever it is. And that's what Klopp would want as well. So, I think it's just really good to see that, because I think we've been starved of that for so long, and just seeing guys not really communicating, just kind of shrugging it off and going to the next play. So there's an overwhelming confidence in this bunch, and that spills off the screen to me. I mean, and this is why every game I feel like we can go and not only win but get a clean sheet, dominate defensively. Um, so I'm looking forward to this, because I feel like Chelsea is still one of those teams that people want to put in the category of contender for the title. I don't believe it is, and I've given it to some of you and some people on in social media, whatever. By the way, my Twitter account is suspended, so Jans, if you're watching this, or Anfield Roar, if you're watching this, we got to figure out another way to contact. Also, my WhatsApp is down, so we'll figure something out. Maybe leave a comment or something. I don't know, but yeah, no Twitter for me till the I don't know. I don't further notice, but yeah, it's just really really good to see our team having this overwhelming confidence, and I think it's very good when you know that you can get a goal early. I spoke about this before. You get a goal early and not really be concerned with, oh shit, well, the other team scores. Um, and you can last longer in games without really, really, really being that concerned. Mignolet was shining in this match. Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so, because let's be honest. If, and knock on wood, don't even want to be saying this to jinx it, but if Allison gets injured, you want to know what niggas is going to bring you, right? And I say that because clearly Klopp knows what kind of keeper he is, but you want to know what his mental state is, and not playing for an extended period of time could really, really. I mean, we already know that he's quite fragile in the mental area as well as Karius, and so you don't want to pile on that. And he came out whining about wanting not to be second fiddle and play somewhere else. So we'll see. Hopefully it's a good game. We're gonna need him to have a good game. Hopefully our defense steps up in a way where he doesn't have a bunch of shots taken at him. I thought it'd been cool to have Allison to get familiar with some of these kind of reserve defenders, if you will, or guys who just weren't going to be playing in the starting 11 on a regular basis. A la maybe Matip, Klein, Alberto Moreno, whoever else plays in that defense. So, but we'll see. I think Mignolet is definitely more familiar with those guys, so maybe that's the thinking as well. It's like, well, we know Mignolet's played with these guys, whoever it is that plays, and so maybe that's a bit better to have. Shaqiri should be our free kick taker. Yes, I still think Trent is slightly better. Believe it or not, for free kicks, I think Shaqiri is really really good. Obviously, I think Trent is slightly better. What I've seen is slightly better. Be it Shaqiri at Stoke, Shaqiri here, Trent here, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think if Trent is on the pitch, I think Shaqiri gets it. I think if Trent's on the pitch, Shaqiri might get it. It really just depends. And that's the beauty of it. I think we have to have more than one guy capable of putting in not only a good shot but scoring from a set piece, from a free kick. Again, it's just another avenue that we can explore, another way we can hurt teams. I mean, to be getting this many set piece goals this early in the season is huge. I don't know if guys really understand that or see it that way, but to get set piece goals this early in the season is huge. It's huge, and to have so many guys, to have more than one, more than two, because I think Salah can be decent from a set piece as well, or free kick, I should say, not necessarily set piece. So that's just really good. And at some point, one, if not two or three of those guys will be on the pitch. So it's really just about the angle, the placement of the ball, where the goalkeeper has set up. Is he more to the left? Is he in the center? Is he in the right? And all that plays a part in who takes the shot. So, um, yeah. I mean, Shakira is definitely lethal from a set piece, and that's outside the box. That's free kicks. He's just good in general. No, but what's up, baby? I believe Shakiri is far better at free kicks. His experience and shot power is way more. Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, I'm always, as you guys know, open to opinion. I prefer Trent. I think Trent has proven how good he is as well. At that age, I think it's clear to see that he works on that. And if he wasn't, I don't think senior members of a team would be letting him take so many. So I mean, again, think Shakiri's better? Fine. I think they're very close in my opinion. I think Trent is slightly better. Um, that's just me. But again, my point is that I think it's really good to have both of those guys in the team. And that's another part that we were kind of whining about, complaining about, talking about is who's going to be taking our set pieces. As much as we love Milner, he's not the one. Okay, he's not the one, especially from corners. So it's just good to have that. It's another you know another slice of just comfort. Going into seasons, going into the game, of thinking, hey, if we get into these situations, because we will get corners, who's going to take them? It won't be Salah. It won't be Milner, and it won't be Henderson or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's what I mean. Direct free kicks, not like corners or anything like that. But yeah, direct free kick. I think he's better. Um, Trent should take corners. I don't mind trying them. My only thing is, if they catch something quick off the break, not that Trent can't get back, but I think it's better to have your fullback, available to run someone down. As fast as Gomez is and Virgil van Dijk can be, um, if you're going to be against a team with Vardy running out on a break, you want somebody with some speed that can catch up to that, or it's already there. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you can obviously try it. Maybe they're going through that in training. We'll see. Fab is all right with free kicks too. I hear that. I haven't seen enough of it, so I don't really know for sure. Apparently, Virgil van Dijk is good at it too. So look, we got we're slowly but surely getting certain kind of questions we had about the squad answered, and I think that's really great. And again, I mean, I think Klopp is just really. I mean, this is the third season for Klopp, third full season. So we know what happens when he has that. I believe Mainz, when he brought them up to the League One in Germany. Um, I think that was his third season at Mainz. Of course, third full season at Dortmund is when they really start winning things and kind of being on the map as far as a team that teams had to watch out for in Europe and domestically. So um, I think we know what it is, guys. I think we know what it is, and obviously there's a lot of games to play and a lot of things will happen this season. But I think we keep trucking, and I'm gonna go for in this game. I'm gonna go 3-1. I'm gonna go 2-1. I'm gonna go 2-1. I think Shakiri will get one. I think Sturridge will get one, assuming they both start. And for them, I don't know, but I can see Mignolet conceding at least a goal in this match. Hopefully, I'm wrong. I'm getting sacked now. Jose, why always me? Yeah, you're probably gonna get sacked, Jose. But I hope not too. As Rex, is that Rex? Rex says, yeah. I hope not as well, but we'll see. I mean, I think. Can you imagine United, finishing 10th or something like that? That wouldn't be. I mean, the fans would be in uproar. Fancy talking me for Liverpool if Klopp leaves. Fancy taking me for Liverpool if Klopp leaves. Um, that's like asking me, do I want to walk outside and get hit by a car? So I'll let that be the answer for you. But but yeah, no, I haven't seen the Pogba Marino thing that someone mentioned earlier. I'll check that out for laughs. But yeah, big game today. Excited about it. And again, hopefully the boys just see it as another pickle in their burger that they didn't want, and get rid of it as fast as possible. The greatest ego in football. If they if they keep Marino, we won't beat them, but they will fail. Well, yeah, Mercy, I love you, bro, but the negativity, man, I don't. Well, listen, I mean, fair enough. If that's what you think, that's cool, but I don't believe um, we will fail against anyone. You know what I mean? When the game comes, we'll see what happens. But and I get what you mean. United have had a number lately with the low block, but it also was not just the low block. You know what I mean? It's really bad defending in some of those games, and I don't really want to be lobbing over the head, but we know what happened with the knockdown of Lukaku and the pickup of Rashford, and we've got to be better, and we know that. And I think this team, I think the Man United Liverpool games this year will be really, really exciting. Unlike the past few years, they've had all this build up and red Friday or red Saturday, whatever it was. I think these games this season will be much, much better, and hopefully we can get better results in them. But I don't think we're gonna fail because Jose Mourinho is there. Um, that's the team that we need to cross them off of our list. Tottenham was one. Not getting anything against them in the season is unacceptable. So we crossed them off, and we'll keep on going. Nova, don't you think our B team is the most beastly in H? Lovren and Matip were our first. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that second team is a really good team, and it's not. And I think Chris from Redman TV was saying this. It's not a disrespect to the competition. I think that backup, at least with the defense for sure, the team in general, but that back line, they all have been or are internationals. So I mean, that doesn't always mean anything, but what it means is that they're not just walkovers. They're not all scrubs. So collectively, I think they can form a decent defense. So hopefully, I answered that question for you, Nova. Maybe I'll buy myself a train this January. The bus is destroyed. Thanks for the loan out of the Welsh Wizard Wilson to Derby this season. He cost my job now. You cost yourself your job, Jose. Don't be blaming some young player that couldn't even make the team in Liverpool. You cost yourself your job. But anyway, guys, enjoy the game. I will try to see you guys before. Definitely at halftime, definitely afterwards. It'll probably be a late show. I will be traveling from the city back home, and got a pretty busy work schedule today. I'll try to get everything done and be able to catch the game on time. But we'll see you guys later. Take it easy.